everyone. I hope you all are fit and doing good in your life and healthy as well. So, today we are going to discuss the AMR, which is subject to very concern in nowadays. This is also a pandemic. So, what is the AMR? And start with the introduction. The AMR is the antimicrobial resistance. These antimicrobial resistance are the pandemic as the COVID was. While the world is emerging from the acute phase of the COVID 19 pandemic, the very harmful but invisible pandemic of antimicrobial resistance AMRs is unfortunately here to stay. So, these antimicrobial microbial resistance This antimicrobial resistance is the resistance of the bacterias which stays in the human body. So guys, let's understand it with the example. For example, a creature, a creature which is which is live which is lived in a particular territory, in a particular environment, and in a particular temperature. So that creature that creature by the time is used to live in that particular area and in that particular environment. So the same accordingly in our body, when we take antibiotics, the bacteria which we have to tackle with that antibiotics are resist with the antibiotics. For example, uh, when uh, when we have fever, when we have fever, we take the antibiotics, and these antibiotics are the medicines, and these medicines when we take, the bacteria in our body is sometimes resist with that bacteria. So these resistance is called antimicrobial resistance. So guys, this is the very problematic situation for the patients. So global public health response has been threatened due to rising misuse of antibiotics. That has been threatened due to rising of misuse of antibiotics in human and animals, because the people today use the antibiotics in very unaware manner, because we have don't much awareness about the antibiotics. We take them in a very minute situations, very minute problems. For example, if we have a very minute or very light fever, we take we take the antibiotics. So these antibiotics sometimes make the bacteria resistant in our body, which in the future uh, made a make a problem for our body. So this is also a global public health concern. This made harder to treat for the tuberculosis patients, pneumonia patients, blood poisoning, and several blood-borne diseases. So let's understand it very layman example, how this is become very problematic. So, for example, if if for example we take the example of TB, tuberculosis, we we take the medicine name X for this TB. Okay, and when we take this medicine for TB, so sometime patient what patient does, that they do not complete the course. They do not complete the course of the medicine which is uh, which is advised by the doctor. So when the course is not completed of this medicine, the bacteria in the body of patient become resistant to the that medicine. So this become a problem. So for example, we take another example. If this X medicine is also used for the pneumonia, so this will also made problematic for this this disease as well. So the antimicrobial resistance is also a huge health cost on patient when these types of problems are uh, to the patients. So in 2019, India 2019 AMR was associated with an estimated 4.95 million human deaths at world level. So you can understand by these examples. In 2018, 2018, 2018 report by OECD, which is Organization for Cooperation and Development, warned for its increase by 2030. So these antimicrobial resistance problem is supposed to increase in the future. So national action plan on antimicrobial at our India level, our India government is also taking the initiatives for the for this problem to tackle with the efficient uh, uh, government plans like sanitation and Swachh Bharat Abhiyan. The World Health Organization is also giving the suggestions and giving also mentioning the lists of the some antibiotics medicines which should be used, which should not be used. So this is a concept of awareness, guys. And these bacteria are not affected directly by the medicine in the patient, not directly affected medicine to patient, but also it uh, impact indirectly. How indirectly? So guys, when we give the antibiotics to the animals, these animals when produce milk, this milk is also consist of those antibiotics. So when we drink this milk, these bacteria are also antibiotics are also transfer from the animal to the human body. So this is also one type of concern. So what is the solution to this pandemic? Is that the first solution is that the less use of antibiotics. The people who use these antibiotics in very minute problems, so they are uh, suggested to not to use in every minute situation to uh, use these antibiotics. And the second one is which is indirectly impacted, is that the use of traditional medicines or traditional methods or alternatives uh, for the animals, so that these antimicrobial resistance is not transferred to the body of the patient and the human being. So these are the solutions. I hope you like this video, you understand this topic of antimicrobial resistance. Thank you very much.